Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, we have a contender, ladies and gentlemen. We have a contender for the person who does the stupidest thing this year. This story came across my feed as I'm monitoring all the situations going on the cruise ships with the virus and all the things going on. As you may have heard, 10 more people were diagnosed on a Diamond Princess, bringing the total up to 20. And a lot of people on the ship were saying, hey, why not just evacuate us? Well, you realize by the time they evacuate you, take you to the airport, take you to a plane, take you all to your individual houses, that has an awful lot more chance to spread the virus around than it does if they keep you sequestered on a ship and you stay in your room, no matter how inconvenient it is. Unless it really starts to spread badly on that cruise ship, I don't think those people are going anywhere until after this is all settled. But that's another point altogether. In the midst of all this stuff going on worldwide with plane bans, you're not allowed to travel if you've been to China, and etc., etc. We had a passenger here in Canada who was flying from Toronto, Canada to Montego Bay in Japan on Westjet. The plane was about 30 minutes from landing when he stood up on the plane, got out his cell phone camera and says, "Can I have everybody's attention, please? I just came from Wuhan and I'm not feeling very good." That sounds like a brilliant thing to say, right? During these times? You're 30 minutes from landing on a 6-hour flight and you stand up and you do that. What happens? Stewardesses come back, they force him to put gloves and a mask on. He says, no, I was just joking. Ha ha ha, I'm a funny guy. Trying to make a viral video. That's what he was trying to do, folks. Make a viral video. He says he's an entertainer. And I was on my way to Jamaica to make a really good video that I'm really proud of. Well, you never got there, for one thing. And yeah, okay. What has that got to do with what you did on the plane? So he's trying to make a viral video, he says. He said he's done this once before, and I said, what? You've done this what before? What did you do? He says, yeah, once before on a plane, I stood up, I said, excuse me everybody, can I have your attention please? Lil Wayne's album just came out, go get it. Look, dummy, those are completely different things. Those are completely different things. That's like standing up and saying, hey everybody, I have a picture of a monkey in my hand. And then you can stand up and say, hey guys, I have a semi-automatic machine gun in my hand. Is there a difference between those two things? Yes, I think there is. And I can't believe that you're so idiotic that you thought that there's nothing different about that. So what happens? They sequestered him, they put him in the back of the plane, and they turn the plane around with 243 passengers on board and fly all the way back to Toronto, where they are met with the police and emergency services because they have to follow protocol. It's a worldwide situation now, and they have to follow, they have to take this, whether it's a joke or not, they have to follow through, right? It's like some people who go in an airport are surprised if they say, when they're searching your luggage, what do you think's in there? A bomb? And then they get sequestered and arrested. Because you're dumb. Okay? You're being dumb. Now, to be fair, he has not hid from this. But of course it would be kind of hard to hide from this. It was, it's in the news, they have your statements, and there's 243 witnesses. And according to him, his story was that the joke was supposed to be that he went to Wuhan, not Hunan province, Wuhan, which is supposedly a local Chinese restaurant in Toronto. And the joke was supposed to be he's not feeling well from eating the food there. And then he says that people took this overreacted and took this too seriously. No, they took it correctly. You were the idiot. I hate to say it. As a fellow Canadian, you were the idiot. And it drives me nuts when I hear people saying, oh, I was just trying to do a viral video, or I just wanted to get that selfie, right? They fall off the edge of a cliff and fall 40 feet to the ground and they go, oh, well, it was for a good picture. Don't do that. Don't do that stuff. Don't do dumb. And now you have caused the vacation to be canceled and postponed for 243 people. You cost an airline a flight to fly all the way back to Jamaica, from Jamaica back to Canada. And not only that, they ended up canceling 2 other flights that day to Jamaica because of what you did, because of the possible contagion. So you're due to appear in court in March, and here's some suggestions for you. Just go in and plead your mercy to the court and say that you were completely stupid and you have all the regrets in the world. He has put out a little video on his channel saying how apologetic he is, and then all of a sudden at the end he goes and says it was supposed to be a joke and they just didn't get it. Now it sounds like you're trying to make excuses. That's not an excuse. Just own up to what you did. It was dumb. It was really, really dumb. And here's a tip: when you're trying to make videos and you're trying to become popular, put in the work, do the work. Don't do something stupid to try and get attention grabbing, because that's the dumbest way to do anything in this lifetime. I'm so embarrassed that he's a fellow Canadian. I really am. And I feel so bad for those people on the plane. They had to escort him off the plane. And I imagine that was not only for being what he said and things like that, but also probably for his own protection. I imagine there were not too many people on that plane going, oh, good guy. Oh, he's funny. Ha ha ha, he's a funny guy. Glad we're going back to Toronto. Glad you ruined our vacation. Thank you. I'm sure they were very happy about him. And Canadians take things really lightly. But can you imagine being on that plane and having an idiot beside you do something like that? You would just want to throw him out the door of the plane. Just toss him out. Here, no more virus here because we tossed him out of the plane. There you go, out in the water. So I can't believe some people don't think things through. Don't think things through all the way to the end. It's all about me and all about what I can do and what I can get, and they never think of ramifications. And you know what? I used to love that old Sesame Street show when you used to watch Sesame Street, and they would show you a couple things that are here and they say, what would happen next? And it had kids thinking about, oh, well, if I reach up and I take that cookie without my mother's permission, what would I do? Well, apparently this guy has never seen that episode because he never thought about what possible ramifications could happen. Now, here's the thing. He has been charged. He's been charged with mischief and breach of recognition. I have no idea what that is, but apparently he has had another incident before where he was charged with breaking the peace. And now he's been charged. And he said, well, one thing doesn't really have anything to do with the other. They shouldn't, there should be nothing there. But causing a disturbance on a plane, having a plane turned around, and having 243 people miss part of their vacation and cost them money is not exactly keeping the peace. So I have a very big feeling that whatever charges you had before are now going to be thrown on top of you one more time. So I would recommend not going into court on your own. Find yourself a lawyer, even a public defender, because I have a strange feeling you're going to need it. And you'll be very, very lucky if the passengers on board, or the passengers from the other 2 flights that were canceled, or Westjet Airlines themselves don't sue you for the costs of what they missed. Because it's 100% your fault. And there is no defense. Because you've already admitted you said these things and you had recorded it on your phone, right? There's nothing better than doing something that you could be charged with and be sued over and recording it yourself for all to see. Sorry, James. Sorry. That was an idiotic thing to do. I know you're a fairly young guy, but you're no teenager. You should have had some common sense in doing this. Well, there you go. What do you guys think? Do you think it was just a practical joke, Don? Lighten up. He was just trying to be funny. Or do you think, yeah, you don't say things like that anymore. You don't say things like that since, the towers. You don't joke about bombs. You don't joke about guns. You don't joke about, contagion spreading across the world. You don't joke about those things. And if you do, you're going to pay the consequences. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Well, I hope you liked this video and you're not flying with James anytime soon. If you did, why not hit the like button? If you want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world, hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.